Yes, we have my relationship with more spokesperson, Dan Kweku Yeboah. At the point he resigned, he said a lot of things that Molusu, for lack of a better word, Molusu vision. So, how did the relationship break down so soon?
Brenya, I cannot comment on how the relationship broke down or even what kind of relationship it was. But what happened? My understanding.
It's now when they lose a feeling.
Why should I feel him? Me, Lucy. I don't understand the question. But let me try and answer the first bit before the feelings came in. Because I don't understand why in a professional space feelings should even come in. But
are you the word feeling advice?
Fine. First of all, I don't know how Dan was appointed. Because I came to meet Dan, personally.
Okay.
But I suspect that it was during the liaison time. I was not part of the liaison team. So I came to meet Dan as our spokesperson. As to how and who appointed Dan, I never bothered to find out.
Okay.
I never bothered to find out. And when he told me he was leaving, Dan and I, we speak a lot. When he told me he was leaving, I told him that I found the timing a little curious.
Sure.
And that if he could, he should just be quiet about it. He didn't listen. And he said a lot of things. I don't believe that any of them were at me personally. It was basically the group. While I disagree with his approach or the way he handles things, I think he could have handled it better.
Were you disappointed with the outburst?
Frankly, I really didn't care.
Did it cause any damage to more reputations?
Not at all. Not at all. I actually saw some of the comments on the platforms, and it seems he wasn't really liked by people. They weren't very complimentary of him. I mean,
there's a history to it.
Well, I know. I listen to Peace a lot. I'm sorry, but I do. And so I understand how or why he got the kind of backlash he did. I wish he didn't have to resign. I wish we could have all finished together and left the scene. And
what are the difficulties working
between
with him?
Dan
and Ensino?
Personally, no. But I can't speak for others.
As a committee?
As a committee, honestly, I was too busy at the time to...
Almost meetings come and movie and some briefing. That was the accusation that came anyway.
It depends on the kind of meeting we're having.
Sure.
Honestly, if I'm meeting, and at most of the time, after the first 6 months, most of the meetings were to deal with the statutes. I really don't see why the spokesperson should be in the room if I'm reviewing statutes. It was the job for NC members. Dan had a full-time job at Peace FM. My meetings were in the afternoons. I don't see why I should ask Dan to leave his Peace FM and come and sit in a meeting to review statutes. Am I missing something?
Because at the end of the day, if there are any issues that comes up, or somebody briefing later.
Oh, but I can brief you. Brenya, I can brief you.
Sure.
You are a spokesperson, so I just give you the information, and you as the professional in that space, I trust you to then
disseminate that information
to whoever needs that information. You don't have to literally be in the room to get the information. No. Besides, I'm sorry, but at that time, the people I needed to speak to were my stakeholders, because they are the ones directly affected by whatever rules and regulations I come up with. So I'm still not understanding how and why my spokesperson should be in the room.